Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early March 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. I'm sure you are. But let's shuffle it up here and see what we got for you this week. Talk to me, my guides. What's up with Cancer? The Cancerians. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get this first card out here. What do we got for the Cancerians? Please, let's go. Talk to me, my guides. And there we go, nice and quick. So we do have this very spiritual Hierophant type of energy showing up here. And this is an in-depth oracle card. Even though I say these first ones, like they're footnotes, so to speak, this one has a lot of layers that we could peel back. And before we do, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the March subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. So we see this individual, they're blindfolded. In front of them are all of these different spiritual symbols and emblems, okay? So to me, it does give me Hierophant vibes. For a portion of you, this could be a Taurus you're connected to, showing up front and center. But there's a lot going on here. A lot of the Cancerians could be on some sort of soul-searching mission. You could be like really diving into all sorts of spirituality, not just one in specific. It could be various things like acquiring the knowledge, seeing what works for you, seeing what doesn't. This is very much energetically in tune energy as well, because this person is blindfolded. They're not seeing the material. So your powers of empathy or your little energetic gifts or psychic gifts could be like extra heightened in this time when this card shows up. Now, of course, I could give the little feeling that, oh yeah, it's blindfolded. There could be mysteries as well. But this does feel like leaning more towards like the spiritual, the energetic. So we want to see what shows up in the reading. Let's get into tarot. I'm going to get you 3 in the upright, then we'll get the intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up one time for the Cancerian, see what we have for you this week. And yeah, that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. Once again, it's just a footnote. But it's interesting that we're starting off with such strong spirituality. Now, last week's reading, it was a little bit dicey. There were some challenges. It was titled A Big Problem. So for a lot of Cancerians, you might be dealing with certain issues and situations that were a little rough to deal with, right? And we all go through things like that. But we're going to hope for some positivity and optimism. We're going to see what we have for you this week. Let's get you 3 cards. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because it could be your energy. It could be someone you're linked to. Okay, you know that if you watch tarot. Let's get you 3. What do we got for the Cancerians this week, please? Thank you. First card out. Okay, so there is a karmic energy starting to reappear here, my friends. We have Justice in position number 1. Interesting. Big Libra energy. Let's get 2 more. All right, that one came out quick as well. All right, we have the 9 of Swords, so we are getting a lot of air. All right, Cancer, there's a lot of air energy here. Hopefully you're not overthinking things. Let's get you 1 more. It's a very wound tight type of energy in the center. Thank you. All right, 3 of Swords, lots of swords. And don't worry, the Cancerians are not alone here. I've been seeing a lot of swords for a lot of different signs this week. So we're gonna have to go through and talk about these. I'll give you the quick classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy stuff flowing. But at first glance, like I said, tons of air energy here. We have 2 swords. We have a card that represents Libra. Even she's holding a sword right there. So the air energy, which could be communication based or mental based, thinking quite a bit. But position number 1, Justice. Okay. As I said, you might just be linked to Libra. If not, Lady Justice could represent legal things. So a lot of you could be in tax mode, signing contracts, filling out documents. This card shows up quite a bit for that. It could also be decisions, weighing options, pros and cons. But she is my biggest card of karma, okay? Like, depending on what shows up in the rest of the reading with Lady Justice here, it could represent karmic cycles, karmic warnings, karmic blessings. It all really depends on the cards that surround it. So there could be karmic themes and archetypes, meaning the cycles of life, right? Not just talking about karma that people incur. if you even believe in that. I'm speaking more about the cycles. Now, moving over to the center, we have the Nine of Swords. That kind of plays into the first oracle card we had here in the very beginning, because that is one of my more paranormal cards. But it could also represent the sleep state. I always get big archetypes of sleep, so hopefully you're getting proper rest, relaxation, recuperation. Hopefully you're not losing sleep or just like running around and not getting proper rest. That could be a big thing here. It's someone who's just not sleeping right. Could be weird dreams and nightmares in this time. But it is stressed, right? This is an energy of nervousness. It's an energy of stress and anxiety. So we really want to clarify this to see what it's about, whether it's someone you're linked to or yourself, right? It's something we all deal with from time to time. But once again, this is one of my bigger cards of the paranormal. So your gifts, your natural gifts, if you have them, could be heightened in this time. You could be seeing things out of the corner of your eye, thinking of things before they happen, stuff like that. But moving to the back end, we have the Three of Swords. Okay, probably the most iconic tarot card. I've seen it on shirts and pants and jackets and screensavers. This is an image that people who don't even know about tarot or watch it have seen before, right? The three swords cutting through the heart. It is a badass piece of imagery, but it can also represent pain, all right? That's one of the main things we think of with this. Now, I always say this card is on a scale. It could be something very minor. We also have a card of stress next to it, so it could be anxieties, it could be nerves and things like that. But when I see it, it could also be heartbreak. It could be pain, somebody who's hurting and going through something. And with the reading we had last week, it could absolutely link to what we were seeing last week about issues and problems and situations. So we really want to see what all this is about, Cancer. Let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here. Let's see what's going on for the Cancerians. Please talk to me, my guides. Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on Lady Justice. And if you're a reader yourself or you're just trying to learn, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to the Cancerians, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Justice. Why is it here? Why is Justice here? Thank you. Three of Pentacles. Okay. So this could absolutely represent help or something as well. A lot of you could be trying to like find better work situations, or there could be something revolving around work or how money is earned that could be playing a big precedent right now for a lot of Cancerians. Usually this is a card of harmony. Teamwork makes the dream work, stuff like that. So I am liking this, okay? If you're helping others in this time, if you're being a charitable individual, if you're doing good works, that karmic energy could come back around to you. That's what like I'm feeling here big time. So a lot of you could be lining yourself up for karmic rewards and karmic blessings, which is really nice. And we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading. But this is a card of like playing well as a unit. So if you're giving of yourself to others in this time, that's going to get you lots of brownie points with spirit, okay? Now for a portion of you, I will say this. If you work or are involved with somebody in regards to making money and they are not the nicest, or they treat other people like crap, they could be catching a dose of karma as well. They could be getting what they deserve, so to speak. So take from that what you will. Let's keep moving. I feel like this isn't a super complex energy. We'll talk about it more during the recap though. Let's see what's up with the Nine of Swords. For some of you, like time for a close in regards to a work situation as well. But let's see what's up with the Nine of Swords. Why is that Nine of Swords here? Thank you. Seven of Wands in reverse. This could be somebody that feels like they've been through all the battles. They've walked through a minefield. They don't know how much more they could take of something. It's like, oh, it's one thing after another, after another. Somebody's determination could be tested in a very big way. I'm getting like star in reverse type of energy, so please don't lose hope, don't lose confidence in this time, because when I see the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Wands in reverse, it is somebody that might feel like giving up, so to speak. But it is also that nervousness, that anxiety that I've been feeling since the very beginning. So you could have somebody that you're linked to that is really going through it on the mental realm. Like their head could be a mess, so to speak, like someone mentally, and we'll see how it plays out with the Three of Swords. Someone mentally, they could really be a hot mess, okay? And notice we also have repeating threes showing up here. So I feel like for a lot of you, this doesn't have to be your energy. When we see threes, we think of the community at large. So we could be seeing various different people you're connected to, but this person is like really driving themselves up a wall here in the center with the Seven of Wands in reverse, okay? Like, and that's the first thing I was feeling, like, how much more can I take? How much more can I go through type of stuff? Let's go in on that Three of Swords. Okay, I don't want to get too dark or too deep or anything like that. Let's see what's up with the three. Then we'll do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. So why is that Three of Swords here? Thank you. Yeah. 10 Wands in reverse. So something could be getting slowly, like getting better very, very slowly, but surely. Like something could be going from like a disaster to just a little bit of stinging pain. That's a vibe I'm catching here. Please make sure you're taking care of your health and your vitality in this time. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse underneath the Three of Swords. This to me does say, like, yes, things could be improving slowly, but not as fast as you might like it. Or things might be getting better, but they're not ideal. Like, that's the thing I'm picking up here. But I still see improvements going on. Now, there is something revolving around health as well. So this could be another individual like nervous about their health, their physical health, or even their mental health here. So there could be concerns of health right here on the back end. And with what I was seeing in the center about someone possibly being a mess upstairs, like that's a vibe I'm picking up here. But I am seeing improvement though. Like it doesn't feel like it's on a downward spiral and getting worse. So that would be a silver lining we could put here with the 10 of Wands in reverse. But this is somebody that might need some recuperation time for sure. Okay, like with the 10 of Wands in reverse under the Three of Swords, this is somebody that needs a time of healing, so to speak. But let's go through and do a quick little recap here because we do have a couple little warnings here, but there are silver linings, Cancer. And I feel like for a lot of you, this could be people you're surrounded by because of the threes. But if you look in the box, position number 1, we have Justice and the Three of Pentacles. Maybe some sort of cycles closing in regards to work. I did feel like for a lot of you, the good deeds you do in this time could get you a lot of brownie points with Spirit. So I'm talking karmic blessings and rewards, like Spirit's taking notes, which would be a good thing. For a portion of you, it might be someone that you work closely with or earn money with, that if they're not the best type of individual, they could be catching a dose of some sort, karmic justice. In the center, we have the 9 of Swords with the 7 of Wands in reverse. This is someone like very, very stressed. How much more can I take? Feels like everything's a battle, everything's a fight. Hopefully you're not losing sleep about anything here. Try to stay as positive as possible and optimistic, because I do feel like this is someone that's like thinking themselves into, I don't want to say a stupor, but into a frenzy, so to speak. It felt like someone who's like a little, they're a mess, so to speak, like in the mind. On the back end, we have the 3 of Swords with the 10 of Wands in reverse. A lot of concerns about health here, whether it's physical health or mental health. You might be concerned about somebody's mental state here, like, all right, are you okay? Are you okay? Type of stuff. So just take that for what it's worth. Another thing I was picking up here is things getting better slowly but surely. So that's a nice silver lining here, especially with what we had here in the beginning. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into them further. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Shuffle it up and see what's in the shadows for the Cancers, please. I'm using the Shadowland Tarot like I do every week. It's a beautiful deck for shadow work. Very introspective, whether it's a new one, an old one, something within yourself, or something you don't quite see just yet. Let's get one shadow card here. Just to put a nice cherry on top of this Tarot Sunday. Yeah, there it is again. So the 9 of Swords is showing up in the shadows once again. Your rest and recuperation should be like utmost priority here. And I'm just going to deliver the message again about what I said about your sensitivity to things. Your energetic sensitivities could be like through the roof in this time. So please make sure you're cleansing your space, grounding yourself. If you believe in crystal healing, maybe keep a couple on you, because the 9 of Swords is that stress-induced type of energy. So even if this wasn't you that we were seeing in the reading that was like a little bit of a mess, this is telling me that how someone else is feeling could be affecting you. So keep that in mind. Like if somebody is like really ramped up, nervous, on edge, whatever it is, that 9 of Swords from the spread could hit you in the energetic feels. Okay, that's like the main thing I'm picking up here. But yes, the energetic sensitivity is feeling heavy here. And I know what it's like, obviously, dealing with energetic sensitivity. It's not always the easiest thing, right? Especially at nighttime. But Spirit is asking us to shine a light on that. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the March subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the February subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air sign readings. But for March, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is a new deck and it is absolutely awesome. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments out of this week's reading, which card spoke to you the most. At the end of the month, the winners will be in the community tab. Once again, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.